Okay, are we live? Are we live? Not sure if we're live. Oh, I wasn't even ready. Not sure if we're live, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag if you're just tuned in. We just got a tornado possible tag for this warning here. And the atmosphere does have capabilities to spin. It wasn't showing much, but we've seen some uptick in the rotation department with some strong winds going right near the Pacific area. So that is what we're watching here on the backside. Might not look much to you, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. If you're just tuning in, we have a thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag headed towards the Pacific area. This came out of the blue. We were watching this. It wasn't showing too much, but especially on radar, we are seeing some velocities mixing, some very weak mixing going on with this line of storms that really start to bow out here. Right here, right near Pacific Defiance area. Let's take a look. Let's go to this one right here. And if you're just tuned in, I didn't get the chat pulled up. If you're just tuned in, we just got a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag headed towards the Pacific area. Just got issued here, and we're seeing some broad rotation with this headed towards the Pacific area to Catawissa, Robertsville. Know we have a couple people over there, so let's make sure we're going inside and away from windows. And also this storm near the St. Albans, Defiance, and headed towards the Wildwood area, that is looking pretty strong here. And we're about to get a update from the National Weather Service here in a second on what they're thinking with this severe weather thing. So, like I said, just got a new warning. We just got our first warning of the day. It is a severe thunderstorm warning for the Robertsville, Catawissa, Pacific area. And this does have a tornado possible tag. So they are also seeing some rotation here, but they don't think it's really going to form anything too crazy at this current moment. So, but they do think it's worth, they don't see an imminent tornado threat with this, but they do see a tornado that could be possible. There is a potential, but they don't see a tornado like imminent at this point. And I was actually getting ready to eat my lunch right when this got issued. They like to issue warnings at not my convenience, but we are here monitoring the storm. As I mentioned, we do have one severe thunderstorm warning that does have a tornado possible tag. So we did jump on live here to provide some live coverage. Not seeing anything too crazy, but there is some broad rotation with this storm, but it just doesn't look too healthy at this current moment. But if you're near the Robertsville, Catawissa, Pacific, over near Route Dublin, near Don Robinson State Park, I would just monitor the storm. No need to panic yet about this. We only have a severe thunderstorm warning, mainly for 60 miles per hour winds. And luckily we're not seeing any hail with this, and it's moving very slowly at 25 miles per hour off to the northeast. Oh yeah. Streaming is not an inconvenience, but the warnings when they get issued is an inconvenience. And also watching, we just got a nice little hook forming just at the Wildwood area. I think why is it starting to get busy, everybody? We were nice and quiet, and now things are trying to ramp up here. That's why I was like, wasn't seeing much, but have a little notch here right near the Wildwood area. So we need to just pay attention to that area. Just in the latest scan, we just got a little notch out there that could cause a quick spin up tornado. So we have to monitor that, especially if you're near the Wildwood. I know there's a couple Walmart orders going out towards that area. Don't take that right now. But right near the Wildwood is where we're watching here. So, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning near the Pacific area that does have a tornado possible tag, which did bring us online for live severe weather coverage. So, how's everybody doing? Glad to see you all. We are watching a couple areas right now of some potential severe weather. Nothing crazy to panic, but enough to hop on the live stream for, because we did get a warning here. And thank you for letting me take a drink of the water. But This storm near the Pacific area, yes, it does have rotation, but not really seeing anything imminent at the current moment. But it is very gusty down there, right over the top of Robertsville, over near the Catawissa area. So if you're over there, just make sure you're inside away from windows. But not seeing any major concerns, but definitely watching this near the Wildwood area. Watching this near the Wildwood area. Unfortunately, we did not have a camera over there, but definitely watching this line. You see this line here? Let's see if I can update this so we can get a better look at this. So this line right here, right where I circled, of course, I did not get the Epic Pen ready. So this line right here that I'm highlighting in pink, this is what I'm monitoring right here. And it's moving to, oh, you can't even see it because of the program. Okay, let's try it this way. But how are you guys doing today? You guys doing all right? But this area, you can see right where I circled is where we need to be paying attention to. So right where I circled is where we need to pay attention. So, especially out near the Eureka, Wildwood, up near the Chesterfield, the Spirit of St. Louis Airport, the Eureka area, the Twin Rivers Park, all needs to be watching out for these storms that are rolling in. You guys are right next to it. But up near the Wildwood and the Baldwin area, near this little hook that's forming, not really having any warnings on it right now. We're not seeing anything coming out from the National Weather Service on this right now, so which is good news. They are continuing the severe thunderstorm warning here with the tornado possible tag still on. So there we go. So tornado possible tag is still with the storm. And like I said, I'm seeing broad rotation. Don't think anything's really going to be happening right here. But like I said, if you're in the Catawissa Pacific area, just be mindful that there is a severe thunderstorm off to your southwest that's going to be moving through. But the orientation of this, the orientation on the storm, we're really not seeing anything that looks like a tornado will try to produce. But this line of storms right here is definitely what we're going to be monitoring over here the next little bit. And we're going to be online as long as we have a warning going on. So as long as we have the warning, we will be here live, providing live severe weather coverage. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to find a camera down below. There was a possibility, we did mention yesterday, that there could be a severe storm or two, and it looks like that is the case. So not too bad on the forecast. Down below at the middle part of your screen, we are trying to find a camera towards that area. So the bottom part of the screen is where we're going to be watching. That's where the severe thunderstorm warning, if it continues, will push off to the east. So let's take a look here. Let me go to the chat, make sure I'm not missing the chat area. Let's see, Brewer says, hey, Kenny, thanks for hopping on to keep us updated. Oh, you're very welcome. And also, I'd like to mention that the storms for the afternoon aren't looking promising. You know, I'll say that for the record. The afternoon storms, you know, that big severe weather that we were talking about, just doesn't look like it may organize. And it looks like it'll be towards our south. So that's one thing to know. I think it's just raining a little bit too long. Seeing some gusty winds pick up this east of the St. Albans area, headed towards the Wildwood area. Not currently warned, and our rotation near the Pacific area is almost falling apart here. Yeah, the rotation here, it looks like it just had a quick, brief activity moment. You can see, look how quickly it weakened here. So the winds got going, the rotation got going, and now it's falling apart. And the good thing is, as of right now, the National Weather Service does not issue a downstream. They're not expecting to issue another warning on this at the current moment. So that is a good sign. But at one point, it did have a little bit of rotation with it. Did have some gusty winds, but it looks like it was just a brief, minor spin up. and the winds that got us the warning. Seems like all the severe storm predictions have been a flop lately. Yeah, part of it is that as far as like the predictions, a lot of it is the National Weather Service is not sending up a lot of balloon data, so there's not a lot of sampling in these storms. And also, once you get to this time of the year, it's very hard for the models to latch on. And to be honest with you, even right now, to figure out what's happening later, the models are not even showing this. So it's very hard to figure out what's happening. And most of the time, the models are used just for guidance. They're not used for, accurate forecasting, if that makes sense. But if you're just tuning in, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning over in the East Central Franklin County area for Catawissa, Pacific, and Grace Summit. The National Weather Service does not think they're going to issue a downstream warning on this, but at a couple moments ago, it did have some rotation and some strong gusty winds, but just does not look like it is going to sustain itself. Let's see, Jennifer says, should no one plan to barbecue this evening? It's kind of tough to tell at the moment. We'll look at the models once this warning, once this warning goes away, we'll talk about what to expect this evening. We'll do a live forecast update after this warning goes away here. But it's kind of tricky because I had the satellite on. And you see the satellite, one thing is hard to see is the temperatures are trying to warm up, but there is still cloud cover, and we are currently at 1:06 p.m. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of difficult to tell. Right just at below severe limits, right at the Fox Creek area, right at below the limits for severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warnings, usually about 55 to 60 miles per hour winds is where they have to issue the warning. And it's very close there, but it's pushing through most of the area right now. And it doesn't look like they're going to continue that warning anytime soon, which I kind of agree with that. It looks like it was just a brief wind gust, because if you watch the radar back, look how it picks up here. And we were monitoring this. I thought they were going to issue a warning, but it was a little bit late, which is typical for the National Weather Service. But I won't be surprised in this area, if it holds together or gains any strength, to see a severe thunderstorm warning in here. But they are slowly moving to the east. But luckily at this time, no tornado warnings. And we're about to have no severe thunderstorm warnings because they do not plan on issuing any warnings downstream. So the National Weather Service says they're watching, but they just don't see it being necessary at this time. I'm going to pull up the, let's take a look here. Going to pull up the model guidance, the latest models that we have, and let's get that prepared here in just a second. But other than that, widespread showers and thunderstorms, much needed rain is across the St. Louis region. The heaviest activity is just south of 64 all the way down towards the Eureka areas where the heaviest activity, and that's going to be moving towards the northeast and continue to move out of our area. Here's a broader view. Let's take you back to this view, just so you can see it here. Just so you can see what we're working with here. This is the system here. So down near Potosi, it's kind of nice and dry here. But you can see the main activity is right here around the Chesterfield area. And it's about to go over to Studio as well. Let's see. Let's just take a look at the... Yeah, see, the models still show... We'll show you here. At this point, I wouldn't trust the model this much, but I would just show you guys. We're going to monitor this on the backside, this warning, but it's moving out of the warning and weakening. But we'll monitor for anything else while we look at it. Oh, let's take this off because we don't have...
New tornado warning has been issued.
There is no tornado warning. Hit the wrong pedal. Sorry. Okay. Let's take a look at the latest model guidance here. Right at your face. Give me just a moment. We're going to monitor the radar. We have the radar pulled up. We'll make sure we're not missing nothing. So you can see here on the latest timing, and like I said, don't follow this 100%. Just get an idea of what it could look like, okay? Because I don't know how I feel about this. So you can see the storms are moving through. It looks like it tries to intensify. That's what it's trying to do. So it's trying to intensify. At least this is 1 o'clock. Not quite sure if that's looking like that. And then look how we get to about 3, 4, 5. Look how looks like the boundary, at least according to this model, is looking like it's right along I-44. I-44 South looks like the boundary. It's where the boundary mostly is, and that's where we can see the severe weather. And look how it just hangs out like south of I-44 for the most part. Oh, let's not do that. But you can see how the storms is right near the I-44 area. And it continues to push off to the southeast. So, like I said, the severe weather is not going to be possible for everybody. Some areas may remain dry for certain periods of time, but at least off this current model guidance, it shows along and south of I-44 looks to be where the boundary is going to be set up. But I think the HRRR, in my opinion, is just a little bit too aggressive. Just a little bit too aggressive, in my opinion. Yeah, still heavy showers and thunderstorms moving through. We take a look back at the radar here. But let's go to the outlook. Let's take a look at the outlook. Yeah, I guess the winds are just not doing much here, but yeah, we're like right on the edge of the criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning. But there is going to be gusty winds that are pushing through. So the storms that are moving through now, they are a little bit loud. So that is something to note. But let me take out the radar here. The Storm Prediction Center, with their latest update, everybody, has still kept us in the tornado risk. 5% tornado risk with a chance to see a strong tornado. Wind is still the main concern this afternoon and evening if we do get storms to fire and redevelop. So, Brewer, I do expect some gusty winds if you do get under a storm. And the hail threat is very, very low. The hail threat is way out here near Oklahoma, Kansas City, and all those other nice places out there. But you can see kind of where the warm front is. The cooler temperatures in blue, orange temperatures towards the south. So you can kind of see where the boundary is trying to set up. But very gusty winds that are moving through the area right now. Starting to get dark outside. Yeah, starting to get dark outside. The lights are brighter than outside. And our studio lighting. This severe thunderstorm warning is going to be canceled. But look at these strong winds. Look at these strong winds that are coming in straight to the studio. Do I have the studio camera up? No, but can you guys see the password? Nope, you cannot see the password. Oh, and I don't even know the password, so if you guys were trying to guess the password, I don't even know the password. Oops, I'll have to find it later, but here, we'll switch you guys to this screen, so I can try to guess the password and not make it look embarrassing. I think I already had the password. My beautiful producer, Kanan, is going to try to give me the password, but I believe I know what the password is. So just give me a quick second, because it's raining pretty good, and it's starting to bow out here, which is going to be some gusty winds, but not currently seeing any severe weather threat at the moment here. But very gusty winds coming right into the studio. So let's see, where was that screen? Oh no, it's on the video. No, it wasn't on the video. Here, we gotta go here. We gotta go here. And then let's go to ring camera. Because I think let's see. Hold on, everybody. We're just trying to figure out the password. Okay, here we go. Are you gonna make your debut? You can see the shadow. And quick update, everybody. Severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled for Franklin County. So Franklin County has been dropped from the severe thunderstorm warning, everybody. No, they can see it. It's
No,
28.
can't.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I want more.
Here.
Okay.
Slide 28. There we go.
Oh.
We're in here, chat. We gotta hit all these stuff. It's gonna show the front door.
I didn't know you were showing it.
And let's just do this. Let's do that. And let's do this.
Everybody, if you get access to our cameras, it's a beautiful view outside.
Yeah, if you guys did find the password, it's a nice view. You won't see us. You'll see me leave, but
It looks like it was pencil sketched, though, the outside.
yeah.
It's so ugly.
Yeah, if we get, let's see. Oh, you're very welcome for the updates. If we get about, let's see, if we get about, let's see what we're at. Let's see, if we get about 30 likes and 10 shares, we'll bring my girlfriend onto the live stream. She'll provide live severe weather coverage. She'll take over. But, yeah, it's just very gusty right now. We'll see if we can get the ring camera on so we can show you. Here's the out the door view. Well, onto the deck here. So you can see it's raining pretty good. Not seeing anything really concerning. Not anything worth a severe thunderstorm warning for. But it is very gusty, especially going right along 270 towards Lindbergh. So you can see the trees are moving just a little bit. Nothing crazy right now, this is what we like to see, everybody. But some 40-mile-per-hour winds could be possible with this. Crystal, you're very welcome for the update. So right now, if you're just tuning in, we don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings in our area. No severe thunderstorm warnings in our area right now. Yeah, it is. It is raining pretty good around the area. Nothing severe right now. Not seeing any hail. But it is very loud. It is loud outside our area. The likes are coming in. Was it like 25 likes and I think about 10 shares, and we'll get Kanan on here and do a live weather analysis. She has been practicing, everybody. And eventually, hey, for the couple people that are here, eventually she's going to be joining our live stream to provide real-time updates. So there we go. Nice little beefy storm out here near Collinsville. Some broad rotation with that. Not seeing anything that warrants a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning. But if you're near the Collinsville area, it's going to get pretty loud. And we'll watch out near Troy, Illinois. See if that continues. But nice little beefy storm out there. But right now it's just simple showers and thunderstorms. Oh, let me get you back to the radar here so you can see what I'm looking at. It's really falling apart now, which is good. Maryland Heights is just looking loud. There's no severe thunderstorm warnings. Everything's looking good right now. But we are seeing some gusty winds up to about 40 miles per hour. You can see on the velocities here. See these bright reds? These are winds going away from the storm. And we just got look at the rain coming down here. Almost can't even see. But we are seeing some gusty winds here, but just staying below severe limits here. Is that hail that we have? No, I think it's just very heavy wind right now. Wind and rain. But like I said, not seeing anything concerning. This watch in this area, this north towards the Collinsville area. So right along there is looking pretty interesting, but don't think it's going to do much. But yeah, look at the wind picking up. You see it outside our studio? Yeah, KMOV says that, well, First Alert 4 has reported 45-mile-per-hour winds at their studio. So about 45, 50-mile-per-hour winds. You can see it here on our camera. Look at the camera here. You can see the trees are moving. Heavy rain. Typical summer thunderstorm action. But it's very loud. I can hear it. I'm not sure if it's picking up on the microphone. A little bit heavier right near the Bridgeton and the Hazelwood area. But like I said, oh yeah, big update in the winds. So right near the DePaul Hospital headed towards the Hazelwood area near Hazelwood West High School. Very gusty winds pushing through right now. You might think it's severe, but it's not. Everything's okay right now. But just some very almost severe winds pushing through. But yeah, you can see how gusty it's going. The camera is going crazy. Wow, we almost hit the like goal, everybody. Yeah, watching this area near the DePaul, just north of DePaul Hospital. Very gusty winds right now. Seeing some 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts around there. Let's see if we can get a camera. Yeah, look, we got leaves flying on the camera. You guys just missed it. We just had a couple leaves just fly right through the camera. It was on our behind the scenes view, but we're gonna keep it up here because it's getting pretty gusty. And look at the wind going across the lake. You see the wind going across the lake? Look how gusty that is. That is crazy. Look at the trees just stay inside away from windows. There's some very strong winds coming through. Very strong winds coming through. No severe thunderstorm warning, but very strong winds coming through. And we had an update about 45 to 50-mile-per-hour winds that were coming through the area. Let's see if we can get a camera up there on 270. Yeah, and it knocked the camera around right near McDonald Boulevard, right where those strong winds are. Trying to get a good camera view for you guys. We have people pulled off to the side of the road. Lots of people pulling off to the side of the road here. At 170. Thank you for keeping us updates. Chris Ray's looking out the window. Yeah, that's probably not a good ideal, but let's see. Get the ring camera off. You can see, let's take a look at, can we get camera, I don't know, I think camera 4. Yeah, camera 4 is at 170, 270 right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Are that people stopping on the side of the road? Yeah, big uptick in the wind. I'm surprised we don't have a warning on this. Right near 370, near Hazelwood West High School. Right near Hazelwood West High School. Just north of 270 and 370. Right over where the Powerplex, the old mall was. That's where we're seeing the big uptick in the wind. So right over there is pretty gusty right now. And it's going to be headed towards this camera. I think we could use a warning on this, at least for the wind. Yeah, you can see that's at Manchester right there. It looks like they're the earlier crash, but that's at Manchester. We're trying to get the cameras over. Let's see if we can switch the cameras over here. That's at Lindbergh. Yeah, you can see how gusty it is. This is right at McDonald Douglas, McDonald Boulevard. And not quite sure if the camera is staying. But look how gusty it is. Look at the rain curtains right there. You see the rain curtains on this screen? This is where the heaviest warning is. I mean, this is where the heaviest part of storm is. Like I said, I'm not quite sure why we don't have a warning on this. Because look at the rain curtains just going like this across the screen. You guys see that? This is crazy. really just started to uptick in the last little bit. Yeah, the winds are going strong over in this area. Look, right near the Florissant area. Look at the camera shaking. Looks like there's an earthquake. And look how strong the wind is that is wiping the water off the camera. See how strong the wind is? It's clearing the lens of the camera. That is crazy. Crystal says, I'm in Wentzville, Lake St. Louis. Will we get anything more than rain later tonight? Or is this what it'll do for the rest of the day or night? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be much up there in the Wentzville area. But look, this is just unbelievable here on this camera. Look how strong this camera is. It's having an earthquake. Wow, this is crazy. And the strong winds are going over this area as we speak. Like I said, I'm not quite sure why we don't have a warning. There's like 50, 60 mile per hour winds going over this area. So hopefully the National Weather Service is watching our stream because we could use a warning on this. Storms near the Festus area, that is not coming towards the Festus area. So you guys are currently okay. Currently okay right now. But yeah, the heaviest activity you can see right here going right over the Hazelwood area. And we're waiting for a new velocity scan to come in. But you can see the velocities down at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen right above the warning bar. Right in this area where those bright pinks are is what we're watching. But wow, what a crazy view that we just saw here. I think that was incredible. You see, now it's calming down. Looks like at the bottom row, the camera got taken out. And now it's going towards 170. Look at 170. He's starting. This is a little bit higher up, and it's facing this area. Renee says St. Charles, St. Peter's area. Currently, nothing too crazy right now. I'm just going to bring you back to the radar real quick because, like, how is this not a warning? Look at the velocities on this. Velocities are measuring up to 60 miles per hour. This is warning criteria. So if you're near the Florissant, all the way up near, why is there two snooks and about half mile of each other? Off of, not quite sure what this road is. But if you're near the Hazelwood Central High School near Route AC, I would take shelter this away from windows from this. Because it's pretty strong here with these winds. Especially with the latest velocities that we got. The radar is picking up near 61 miles per hour. And it's going to go a little bit north of this camera, but you can get the idea of what's happening. So, yeah, I think personally there should have been a warning on this. Hey everyone, you guys almost hit the like goal and the share goal. You guys are doing good. We'll have a producer on screen. Oh, that's way down south. Okay, and hey everyone, we just got a tornado watch issued for our Illinois folks. So let's take a look here. We just got a new tornado watch in store here. Let's take a look. New tornado watch, not for everybody. So let's take off this. So, new tornado watch, you can see in the purple, not very big, but does cover, let's see, Madison County, St. Clair County, and Monroe in our coverage area. So, only a couple counties are in store to see a couple tornadoes, and that goes to about 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is what we're looking at here. And you can see we already have some thunderstorm warnings towards the south and southern Illinois. So that's a good sign for most of us. Only a few counties on our Illinois side do have a tornado watch. So that is just what is coming in. Hey, Kanai, if you can post that, the tornado watch. If you can post that here in a second. So new tornado watch that covers Madison, St. Clair, and Monroe counties till 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Does not cover anybody on the Missouri side. Also, I'm still not sure why we don't have a severe thunderstorm warning on this. We don't have any cameras up in Alton, Wood River area, so we can't see this storm continue. What is this going on down here? Is this something try to form down here? Yeah. Look at this. We have like a little hook here. Not tornadic, but this is kind of what you see when you expect tornadoes. So that's interesting here. So yeah, no tornado watch for the Missouri side, everyone. Just a few counties, only 3 counties, and our coverage area is in a tornado watch. So let's see. Just got new velocity updates. Yeah, we could use a warning on this, but I think they're being a little bit conservative. But especially near Old Jamestown, Ferguson, Spanish Lake, we could keep skewing up this camera on 270. Yeah, here's 270 west of Florissant here. The winds don't look as strong as they were, I should say. Yeah, there we go. Here's a good view. That's 270 at West Florissant looking east, so looking right into the storm here. If you're just tuning in, we did get a tornado watch for Madison, St. Clair, Monroe counties till 9 p.m. We currently have no tornado or severe thunderstorm warnings at this time. But we are taking a look at the live look at the 270 at West Florissant, and I just don't understand how we're not at warning criteria here. Not quite sure what they're thinking. But yeah, you can see the camera here. The hazards. Let's see if we can go up to Old Halls Ferry. Yeah, still at Old Halls Ferry, and we keep moving up. 367. So it looks like it hasn't made it all the way up there. Is it right at 367? Yeah. But you can see here at Old Halls Ferry, right before 367, you can see it's really gusty out there. Everybody's taking it slow at least, so that's very good news. But very strong winds on the north side of St. Louis and North St. Louis County here. No rotation that we're seeing here, which is good, but strong gusty winds that could warrant a severe thunderstorm warning. And I think the camera is going out here. Looks like, yeah, it looks like the camera went out. So we'll move it up to 367. We're storm chasing with the highway cameras, everybody. And I'm also still watching the storm now down here. Doesn't look like it'll do much, but just has a nice little hook on it. And there is enough wind shear to promote some spinning in the atmosphere, so that is also what we're watching. But it looks like the main tornado threat, main severe weather threat, looks to be in central Illinois. So that is good news. Yeah, you can see, look how gusty it is. Let me get the 360 camera up. 367. See if we can get that. No, not 370. We want 367. Yeah, it looks like the winds calmed down slightly. Yeah, it looks like the winds have calmed down significantly. Yeah, here's another look at the camera. I think this is at 367. She got pulled up for us. She says it's on camera 5. Yeah, there's 367. So there's 367 we got pulled up there. And the velocities are still showing 60 miles per hour. Near Old Jamestown, about to cross over the river, or it's right near West Alton. If you know where that is, headed towards the Alton area. And I just haven't hung up the live stream yet, just because I feel like this could get a warning. I just don't think they're issuing it yet. Amber says the chat is blocked by the hot sauce bottle. I was about to have some dinosaur nuggets for lunch. Amber says, what's it looking like for St. Louis area for later this evening? Well, don't think it's going to be really anything crazy because the tornado watch got issued to the east of us. So I don't think I think we'll still probably could have some storms, but not really thinking there's going to be much severe weather. Excuse me. I think most of it will stay in Illinois. And like I said, it was a conditional risk. And yeah, look at the camera here. Let's see. Let's go back to camera 4. Camera 4 is still showing. This is right at 367. But the winds are very windy. So if your house is powered by a windmill, you're probably getting great voltage right now. Yeah. Still not quite sure how we don't have a warning on this. Must not be. Let's take a look at this product. Yeah. Yeah, tornado watch will go till 9 p.m. If you're in the Illinois side, we'll take out the radar here. We'll go back to this view. And if you're just tuning in, tornado watch mainly on the Illinois side. So mainly on the Illinois side, all of central Illinois is in a tornado watch till 9 p.m. Probabilities of 2 or more tornadoes, 60%. Wind, 60%. And hail is 20%. So there that is. So this line of storms is starting to push over into the Illinois side. Wait for the latest velocity scan. Amber says, thank you. Also, what do you mean when you say conditional? So conditional means that it could happen, but there's like factors that, play in part of the storm. So like when we say conditional, it means if not a lot of stuff happens in the morning, it will happen in the afternoon. But if there's a lot of stuff in the morning, it's going to be hard to have stuff in the afternoon. So it's kind of conditional because like we could get it, we couldn't get it. So it goes either way. So that's kind of what we mean when it's conditional. Yeah, right over the West Alton area, radar's picking up about 62, 63 miles per hour on the velocities here. And that correlates with the radar. So as you're going into Alton, you're going to have some gusty winds to the Illinois side, Alton, Wood River. We're going to lose our cameras here. Because the Illinois side doesn't really have good cameras. Okay. Oh, well, we hit the light goal. We hit the light goal for Kanan to come on and do a live stream, live update. She's a little bit nervous. But the heaviest activity is right just southwest of Alton right now. That's where we see the strongest winds currently. But nice little wind gusts. I wonder what we recorded. See if we got anything at the... Yeah, we're very close. She's just a little bit shy. Yeah, we got about a almost 30 mile per hour wind gusts here. And I think what's funny is she's all dressed up too. Not for today's event, but it just happened to work out like that. But if you're just tuning in, good thing is we have no severe thunderstorm warnings. No severe thunderstorm warnings, no tornado warnings, which is good. And just checking. Yeah, I think over near the Alton area, I think it could warrant a severe thunderstorm warning. Just right here near the Alton area. Teresa says, she got this. We believe in her. Yeah, if you want to. I think everybody I think, hey, everyone that's here, would you like to see Kanan come on and do a special weather update since we currently have no warnings? Let me know. If you guys say yes, she'll come on and do a short little update. But yeah, still monitoring the Alton Wood River area. Yeah, you guys want to see the person behind the scenes. Yeah, Alton Wood River area. Alton and the Wood River area is what we're watching. Also, that storm that you might have thought I was talking about near the Kirkwood area, that has fanned out a little bit, not seeing any rotation with that. So, there's some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving through, but the heaviest activity looks near to be the Alton area. Hey, everyone, if you just tuned in, we're about to have a special weather report. We're about to have a special weather report from our director of operations, my girlfriend. We're about to have a special weather update. So, just for you guys only on the live stream, you guys get a special weather update. She's getting prepared. But we're still monitoring gusty winds over Alton right now. We don't have permission to use the camera over in the Alton area, but I'm just going to check it out. We have not gotten permission from the Alton camera, but it's a very good camera. Yeah, so let's take a look here. Yeah, look at the Alton camera. This is courtesy of the... I have to fix something real quick. So, here is that storm that's coming into the Alton area. Can you guys see it okay? Can you guys hear me? Alright, so this is coming into the Alton area. Look at the Alton. This is courtesy of, let's give the credit. We're going to give the credit to, this is the city of Alton, Illinois. So take a look at the Alton, Illinois camera. This is where the strong gusty winds are coming through. And you can see it's blinding rain. Blinding rain that is coming through the Alton area. Okay, so, alright. So, oh, you guys just joined at the perfect time, everyone. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Since we have no warnings or anything, let's see. Let's go right up here. And let's switch it back. Hey, everyone. We're about to have a special live update from my girlfriend. We're going to have a nice weather report. She's a little bit nervous, but... make sure you guys, she can see the chat, so make sure you guys talk to her, okay? We're going to have a... hello, John. How are you? We're about to have a special weather report from my girlfriend, Kanan. Okay, Kanan, go.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to officially meet you. I know I've talked to some of you over Messenger. Oh, I'm a little short.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm looking at here is just like he already said, there's a lot of gusty winds moving to the Alton area. Right now, we seem to be getting the lesser part of the events. It looks like around Edwardsville and to the northeast of us is where, at least currently, where most of the action is. And I also wanted to say that oh, hi, Teresa. Oh, thank you. I also wanted to say that, for instance, like my friend wanted to help her friend move into a new apartment today. A lot of people had Father's Day events. I know we were planning to spend today evening, having dinner and celebrating Ken's dad, a very special person in my life as well. But I don't recommend doing any outdoor activities or any travels, at least right now for the next couple of hours, because one thing that we have expected today and when we were looking into the storm the last couple of days is that around 1, 2, around this time, maybe up until 4 o'clock is when we're gonna get the worst of it. And by we, I mean our general coverage area. So I recommend that everybody tunes in, stays with one of our most amazing weathermen. And it's nice to meet you guys. Hi, is that Crystal? Crystal, hi. Crystal, hi, John. It's nice to meet you all. And I'm out. Bye.
All right. Well, you heard it. She did a great report, everybody. I'm just gonna repeat what she said. We did expect the worst of this to happen right now, and we got a little bit gusty around the area. Still seeing some gusty winds near the upper Alton part. So, yes, that was a very nice special update. I think she could almost just take over at this point. Don't you guys agree? So, let's see. Oh, yeah, you did a great job. Do you think she did a great job, everybody? Let's see. Taking a look at the latest National Weather Service update here. Rotation has weakened again, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so looks like they're seeing some rotation. This was at 143. Not saying, is this where they're talking about? Some very weak rotation. Okay, so just east. So right around here near the Webster University area, they were looking at some rotation here. So it does not look like we will see too much around this area, but they are monitoring some rotation. It spins up and then it dies down, it weakens, so they're starting to look into that. John says that was nice. I'm glad I didn't miss that. Yeah, that was, that I'm not quite sure when that will happen again. So very exclusive. I'm glad you guys saw it live, and that was very nice. But like I said, really not sure why in the upper Alton area, at least up here, we're not seeing a severe thunderstorm warning. Not quite sure. Velocities are still right at 55, 60 miles per hour. So, but some broad rotation near the Kirkwood, Webster area. So there's a little bit of area that we have to watch here. So we're not completely out of the woods, and it transitions into the tornado watch. So, but the bulk of the rain, there's still no warnings. We're still doing okay. And it looks like the severe weather, for the most part, is starting to die down. Oh, Kanan was typing that it was fun. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And little secret is, once we get it all, put together and stuff like that, she's gonna come on, jump on, do some live updates. But now she's gonna go back behind the scenes, monitor a couple things, and we'll see her in a little bit. But fantastic update. So yeah, still monitoring, the velocities. Still no new velocity updates yet, but it's heading off just north up the Alton and Godfrey areas where we're really watching. So we're watching two areas here. Watching two areas one near just north of the Alton area, and then one going right through downtown. So that are just the two areas that we're watching for now. And then once we feel confident that it will be okay, we'll probably head off the live stream. Because not too much is happening. And we're not really expecting too much. Oh, you guys want her to come on more? Oh, well. We'll pass that message over. We'll pass it over. So basically, instead of swapping the chairs, it'll just have a live feed coming through. So there you guys go. And just checking to see if there's any reports. So far, we're doing okay. Not really seeing reports. Got a lot of gusty wind reports, but luckily we're not seeing any damage. So about 40 mile per hour winds, stuff like that. Yeah, not too much is happening. See, check by the Eureka area. This storm is trying to bubble up here. Late to the broadcast here? Oh, never too late, Mike. You just missed our special weather update, though. But is St. Charles County pretty much in the clear for the rest of the day as far as hail, high winds? I think so. Yeah. Is anybody near the Nebraska? Yeah. For the most part, at least off the latest guidance, I think around that area, I think you'll be okay. Is that line still coming later south of I-70 that was predicted in one of the models? So it looks like the boundary was trying to set up near, like along I-44, but currently there is no activity going on right now. But the model thinks along and south of I-44, Gregory. But I'm very interested in this storm here, just west of the Sherman area. And we can go back to... Yeah, we're getting her office an upgrade. And we do have our warning guy coming through. Not quite sure if you can hear him or not. You guys can probably hear him, so. Mike says, I'm the best. Well, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate those nice comments. But yeah, really interested in this storm back here. Not really blown up too much, but it is picking up in intensity. So we'll wait for the next radar scan to see how that works out. But also, everyone, if you haven't heard already, let's take it off. We do have a tornado watch for mainly our Illinois counties here. Mainly on our Illinois counties near Belleville, Waterloo, Edwardsville, St. Genevieve, Sparta, Pinckneyville, Nashville, Illinois, Carlisle, and a couple places near Bloomsdale and Perryville and Missouri's in the tornado watch. So that is a good sign, everybody. That is a good sign. Yeah, it looks like the winds are starting to increase. We'll have to wait for another radar update. And it doesn't look like it's going to do much. So, did you guys like the live update? Did you guys enjoy that? Because then it's like if I have to get up, get something to drink or something, she can talk. So, that's what we're trying to do so there's no gaps in the live coverage. Whoa there, Teresa. Whoa, Teresa, I think that's I don't know what to say about that. I really do appreciate that. But you trust me more than Chris Higgins. Wow. That is crazy. And also, by the way, if you guys are curious, it has been raining longer than the models have predicted. The models have been not too reliable here. So that's why the updates were like very slow and far few between, because I was just trying to watch the radar, the temperatures, just trying to figure out what's actually happening. Yeah, so the 17 Zulu model run here, still favoring I-44 boundary line. So you see the storms moving through and then redevelopment happening quickly. So that's what it's currently looking like. But if you look in the development region where the model thinks, there's nothing. So, you know, not a good start. So not a great start for the development area. And it looks like, did they take the Missouri? No, they kept it. So it looks like it wants to be around I-44, but we'll take a look at the mesoscale analysis. And if you ever hear mesoscale analysis, we're just taking a look at what the atmosphere is doing. So if you ever hear mesoscale analysis, and I forgot to turn off my app over here. So just give me just a second. Okay. Just gonna take a look on to the side screen over here. Just wanted to see what we're looking at. Yeah, it looks like along. Yeah, it looks like here we go. So looks like along and south of I-44 looks to be the greatest area for thunderstorm development. So that is right. Chris Higgins is a TV meteorologist for Fox 2. He's also in the Air Force too. Huh? Oh, is it sarcasm? Well, I don't know if it reaches down there. John, does Fox 2 reach down there? I didn't know if it was sarcasm or not. Yeah, it looks like all the instability looks to be along and south of I-44, so we just really have to wait for it to get going. So thermodynamics, yeah, looks like, yeah. So basically, we'll show you on the radar where we're talking about here. So basically, let me get my pen. Let me get the pen ready. So anywhere in this area, if I circled you, anywhere in this area is has a favorable chance of seeing some storms. So anywhere south of here. But it looks like the tornado chance is off to central Illinois. So that is currently what we're taking a look at. Currently, right now, all the rain is moving through the area. Not seeing anything crazy. Nebraska is having a good. Okay, now you're being sarcastic. Okay, now okay, we got it now. Yeah, not quite sure what that is, but have you heard of TKW? Have you heard of TKW? Does that sound familiar, John? Looks like we have a couple people that tune in. If you were late, you have to watch a little bit later when we end the live stream. We had a special weather report that came through. We had a special guest. But if you're just tuned in, we do have a tornado watch for Madison, St. Clair, Monroe counties. St. Clair, if I didn't say that already, till 9 p.m. and most, if not all, central Illinois. So the environment is a little bit greater over there. But anywhere along south of I-44, along and south of I-44 for the rest of the evening, looks to be the target range. Oh, years ago? Yeah, I don't even look at the television. But right now, the rain is moving through the area, but once it clears out, let's have to see if there's any development, but at least as of right now, the later part does not look to be as significant. So that is what we're talking about here. They did keep the outlook. They did keep the outlook and kept us in a slight risk, but not quite sure if I agree with that. But it looks like the boundary is right along I-44. How are you guys doing today? You guys doing all right? You guys doing okay? And it's very good that we didn't even get considered. I don't even think we got considered for a watch. Yeah. Will we be doing another live broadcast? Amber says, will you be doing another live broadcast later? If we get a warning. If we get a warning, we'll probably do a broadcast. Time for a nap? Almost. Almost time for a nap. You guys have any rest of the evening Father Day plans? Or any activities that you guys are doing? I think we'll have a brief moment until we just play the waiting game. I think we could still see storms overnight, but I don't think like into the evening. But I think anywhere south of I-44, especially in Illinois, will be the target area. How about me? Well, we're going to have Father Day's plans. Nice little barbecue. Maybe today. But then, hey everyone, I'm going on a vacation next week. And I will take you guys along. I won't leave you. We will be here. Nice little storm near Kirkwood. Starting to intensify. See, another post said rotating wall cloud northeast of Anna. Is that towards the south? Are you talking about Anna, Illinois? I believe. Oh, that is way... Oh, that's... I don't see anything in Anna, Illinois. Unless it was like towards the northeast. Near the Wolf Creek area. But that looks like it's going to head towards Marion. Yeah, it looks like we'll have some dry time here. So, but I think a lot of us are okay. Most of us are okay. Oh, did we just go offline? Not quite. Okay, we did not go. So, this going to monitor this just a little bit longer. Then I think I'm probably going to hop off and we'll go into monitoring mode. And we'll try to see if we get any development. But I personally think that it was raining too long. But if there's any recovery or if the sun comes out, which doesn't look like there's much clearing here on the satellite, don't think too much is going to happen. Yeah, doesn't look like there, it might have been there like a few moments ago, but it doesn't look like there's anything as of right now. And nothing's going into the National Weather Service, but I don't think that's their coverage area. So, we'll probably stay on here just a little bit longer. Then I'll try to eat my dinosaur nuggets and my SpaghettiOs. And I'm going to try to spend some Father's Day time. Not quite sure if we'll have a video today. We'll probably just have a 7-day forecast. I don't think we're going to have video today. It'll take too long to film and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys are okay without a video. And before, I think we're going to start wrapping up the live stream because there's not really much to talk about here. Everything's starting to move off to the east and not seeing anything going on right now towards the southwest. Because right now, at least the model will say we should have stuff starting to pop off. But there's not even any thunderstorm watches or anything like that, so that's a good sign as well. Never mind, it just started. Oh, yeah, it's moving over there. But nothing severe. The gusty winds have gone down and is moving towards the Prairie Town and Dorsey and the Staunton area. But just guess it can't be too bad. National Weather Service is not worried about it, so they didn't even post a screenshot that they're looking at it, so there we go. Let me just check. Producer, any last comments?
Thanks for meeting everybody.
Okay, she's glad that you guys got to see her and jumped on the live stream. So that was pretty cool. But if you did not see it, just wait till the processes and you can go back and watch it. So very nice. But let me just take a look at the model guidance because we're about to get to 18 Zulu, which runs 48 hours, but just not overly confident on what's happening. Because if we look at the mesoscale analysis, the mid-levels don't look as good as the surface. No, the surface doesn't look good as the mid-levels. But you can see here, just wanted to show you guys this before we head off. This is the supercell composite, like thunderstorms, like severe weather. Says, thank you for everything, Team Kenny. You're welcome, Teresa. You can see here that in the navy blue, this line that I'm drawing, this is where a good development area is ready. So you can see it's right along I-44. I-44 goes about like right through here, somewhere, something like that. So you can see like the atmosphere looks to be okay. Then we go to the energy. We see if there's any energy. And also where it's like 15,000 is just, along I-44 and over into Kansas. So there's that. So like there's some energy that could get going if it taps into it, if we can get anything to get going. Yeah, but the mid-levels are still there, so something still could happen down there. But then we go to the maps. Looks like the atmosphere is a little bit capped out according to the latest mesoscale analysis. Not sure if this is the latest that we have. But I'm just going to look at this real quick and then probably sign off for now. Yeah, this is the latest. So, looks pretty capped right now, which means it's going to be a little bit harder to develop. But nice, beefy storm going right over 270 at Manchester. So, we'll take a look at that real quick. Surprised how many people are hanging out with us today. Alrighty, let's go. Where are we at? We're at 270 Manchester. Not quite sure what's going on at Manchester, but here's where the storm is. So you can see it's pretty decent little storm that's going right over there. It's going to be going towards the 64 and the Frontenac area, right by the mall, the hotel, the Snooks. Not the best rated Starbucks over there. But yeah, nice little storm here. We'll check the velocities. I'm over being circled for the year. I mean, like the area? Yeah, nice little storm that's coming through. And I think they had a little crash here on the camera. So that's also what we're seeing. But looks like it's raining pretty heavily. We're going to try to... Working on getting another camera angle here. So, yeah, that is what we're looking at. That's just the storm right there. Nothing, like I said, really nothing severe. So far, we got out easy. And I think that's going to be the rest of the case. Let's go this way. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to pick up here on the camera 5. Should be going. Camera 5. Boom. Something else we're working on. Make it... Yeah, but it looks like there's more rain chances in the forecast, but not really seeing anything severe. But if needed, while we are in Virginia, we could do a live stream, but it has to be like extreme for us to go live. So the requirements are going to be a little bit, strict while we're doing that. Yeah, so 30, wow, 30 likes on the live stream. I really do appreciate that, everybody. Yeah. That is true. Not sure if the 30 likes are for the live coverage or for our special weather update. But if you missed it, you should be sad. Yeah, this storm looks like it's falling apart. You can see it's raining. No hail, no wind. So I think we're going to wrap up the coverage. We do have some storms moving in from the backside, but the atmosphere is not going to recover by that time. And it doesn't look like they're sustaining themselves. So there's no outlook. There's no current severe weather around the area. So I think we're going to wrap up the live stream. Spend some Father's Day time. Because we have been in the studio since about, I think I got sat down here like 7 o'clock a.m., I think. Something like that, so. But I think for now, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Crystal. But I think we're going to wrap up the live coverage. Not really too much to talk about, nothing to worry about. So we'll continue to post updates throughout the evening, afternoon and evening. And if needed, we'll jump on the live stream if needed. But I don't really see that being likely at this time. So enjoy your guys' rest of the Father's Day. There could be some spotty storms, but it looks like we're in a little bit of a lull to see what's actually going to happen. So have fun. Make sure you leave your phone on for weather alerts. Try to sneak in a quick barbecue session in there. And if needed, we'll pop up on a live stream for you. John says, great broadcast, you too. Thank you very much. Melissa says, thank you for all your hard work. You're very welcome. And like I say all the time, we do this coverage for you guys, not for the money. We don't make any money off of this. We don't need any money. We just want to be here, give you the facts accurately and most honestly. Make sure you guys are ahead of the storm and not panicking and freaking out. So that's what we do here. So yeah, it looks like most of it's moving out of the area. We could have some showers and storms on the backside, but not seeing anything crazy right now that I should keep a live stream for. Alrighty, so we're going to wrap up the live stream here. Thank you. Thank you for all the thank yous for both of us. Hopefully you guys liked the special weather update that we did. Very good. It was not rehearsed. So that was very nice, very nice. You guys did a great job in the comments. Good job in the comment section. And I think we're going to wrap up. I know you guys want me to talk to you guys all day, but there's just no weather to talk about, which is good. So we're going to wrap up the live stream. We'll see you and more updates to come. And if needed, we'll be right back here. Don't you worry. We'll be right back here for another live stream here on the Facebook page. So have a great rest of your evening. Make sure you monitor my page for the updates and keep your phone on for alerts just in case one gets issued. And have a great rest of your day. See you later. Alrighty, everybody. Have a great night, great afternoon, evening, and we'll keep you updated around the clock here on the Facebook page.